Hey, it's Rich, the Louisiana hobby guy. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. Today is going to be user request day. So I've created a database of user requests, and the top request is what we're going to do today. So stay right there. We're about to get started. Today we're talking about getting line shapes to fill. That doesn't even sound right, but we can do that. And we're talking about cutting shapes. And I get a lot of questions about this, how to make custom cuts onto shapes, and also how to get lines to fill. Now I know that doesn't even sound right, doing a line to fill. How do you get a line to fill? When you click preview, it says that the line was set to fill and it's going to be eliminated. Well, I'm going to show you how to fix that today and how to adjust those lines. So let's jump over into Lightburn and let's get started. Get right to it today. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is cutting shapes. And it doesn't matter what you have. We're just going to take any shape here. So we're just going to draw a box. And let me put that on the black layer so that it is easier to see. And there we go. So now we're going to say that this box could be anything. It could be a picture, it could be a graphic, it could be anything at all. And you want to cut it. Well, the easiest thing to do is just to draw another one. Grab it, position it the way you want it. Put it in the area that you want to cut, like that. And let's just move it over a little bit more. And now, if we just select both of these, and we come up here to Tools, up in the top, and we do, down here it says Cut Shapes. See that? So if we do Cut Shapes, now you'll see that we've cut that piece off. So that's one way of cutting shapes. You can also cut pieces of images. So let's get rid of that. And let's see. Let's bring out my favorite image of me and my wife here. And let's make it a little bigger so that you can see it better. And let's say I wanted to put a caption in there. So like right here, for example. And I'll put that on a tool path and then come up here and cut shapes like that. Now I can take that out and delete it. Do you see that? And now what I can do is put something else in here, such as text, for example. Like that. Wow, that looks really horrible. That looks even worse. We'll pick something here, put it on the black layer, and make it a little bit bigger. But this is a more practical way that you would use it, where you wanted to cut a piece of the photograph out and put some text in. And very, very simple procedure. And again, all you do is draw the shape where you want it, put it on a tool path, select everything, and then come up to Tools and Cut Shapes. And that's just how easy this is to cut out shapes. So that is the number one request that I get. The number two request that I get, and I don't know how many people are doing lightning, but apparently a lot of people are. I get, well, not only lightning, but lightning is a big request. How can I do some realistic looking lightning, instead of the little Z kind of thing? Make it look actually real. Well, that's not hard to do either, and do it in the fill mode instead of a line mode, and we can do that too. So if we come up here to the pencil tool and we start drawing what we believe to be is our lightning, I'm just clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking and just clicking and clicking. I know this sounds strange. Now, when I get down to where I think that's the first good bolt of lightning, I'll just right click to get rid of it. Now, I'll also come up in here and I'll get to a point like, let's say right there, and I'll start clicking and clicking again and right click. And then I'll come to another point and start clicking and clicking there. And then maybe another point over here. And as you can see, it's starting to look like a lightning bolt. Probably a really bad one, but you would have to search for some pictures online and try and make it look like a lightning bolt anyway. But this sort of looks like a lightning bolt. Now we'll either press escape or click on the selector tool up on the top left. We'll drag from the right to left to select everything, and we'll group it. And the thing is, now if we set this to fill, okay, and we try and preview it, it's not going to preview it because it's going to tell you 5 shapes were set to fill but weren't closed. Now you could close the shapes, it's still not going to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to select it all, and we're going to use the little magic offset over here. We're going to offset this shape, and we're going to offset it by, I guess, about 1 should be good. And we're going to say okay. Now watch, you still can't do it. Okay, so we're going to do this one more time again with the offset, and we're going to say okay, and we're going to zoom way in here, and we're going to delete the shape that is not set properly. Oh, because I'm in fill mode. Let me go back to line mode. Let me undo what I did here actually and put it in line mode. Now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to select the offsets that we did, not the outer one, just the inner ones, and I'm going to delete them. And guess what we have now? Now we have, oops, let me put it back into fill. Now we're able to run this job with no error messages. And the beauty of this is that the line is going to come out very thin. It's going to come out as thin as your focal point. So the lightning is not really going to show up like if you're doing a scene with a lot of lightning and things. And you can offset this as much as you want. You could offset it again, to like say 2, right? And then come back in here. Well, let's go back to line mode. Come back in here and delete the inside one again so that, it's not white. And now if we put it back into fill, you'll see we have an even bigger line of lightning. Of course, you probably wouldn't want it that big, so we'll go back and there. So one good offset at about 1 should do it. And there's your lightning bolt right there. I know it doesn't really look like a lightning bolt, but it is. It's my version of a lightning bolt. Again, you would go online, get a reference point, go to Google Images or wherever it is you go to search for images, and find the image that you want to try and replicate. And not copy it, but replicate it, if you want to draw it out. And then you can also do other things with this, like add more thinner lines to it. The lightning bolt would usually be a thick line down the middle, like this, and then thinner lines on the outside. So, I would do the first line, offset it, make it into a filled shape, and then I would do the thinner lines off of it. Maybe offset it half the distance, and then offset it 1/4 of the distance so that you get different dimension to the different legs of the lightning. But really very, very easy to do. And this was the number 1 and number 2 question that I get is, number 1, how can I cut out shapes, cut out pieces of photographs, cut out shapes, things like that. And number 2 is how can I get lines to fill? And this is the way to get it done. Okay, so here's another request that I get quite a bit. is cutting images with different shapes. So let's see, where was I? Let me go to my mom's day and get that heart back again. And this is the only one that I want right here. Again, we'll get rid of that. And a lot of people ask me, how do I do the broken heart? And sometimes it's a two-parter, you know, with a picture in it. So the first thing we're going to do is do the broken heart. And the second thing we're going to do is put a picture in it that's broken. And I'll show you how to do that really easily right now. So we've got our heart here, okay? What we need to do is make a broken heart. So we're going to start up here on the pencil tool. We're going to grab the pencil tool. We're going to start right here, and we're going to make our broken heart. Just any broken heart, doesn't matter what it is. And then I'm just going to go back and follow those same lines back up to the top. Zoom way in over here until it snaps into place. There we go. And then right click to get off of it. Now if I select it, you'll see that it's one shape. You see all the Vegas lights. All right, so now we've got our broken heart. What we have to do is subtract this shape from this shape. So we're going to select the outer shape, hold shift, select the inner shape, and we're going to come over here to subtract one shape from another. We're going to click on that. Now we have our broken heart, but it's all one piece. So if I try and move it, you'll see that the whole thing moves. But if we come up here and ungroup it, we now have two pieces of heart. Okay? Stick with me here because I'm going to get to it in a minute. So now what we're going to do is have these on a tool path, okay? I'm going to bring in a photo that I just got online. Doesn't matter, you know, really what it is. I'm going to take my broken heart. I'm going to place it over here, drag over both of these. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to do apply mask to image like that. Now I want to just get this like, oops, I want to get this like right in the right spot where, you know, I get like half of the just married sign, right? Something like that. Now if I select it again and I do flatten image mask, it's now one part of the heart. Now if I come over, now if I do the same thing over here, if I just do paste again, same picture, and I take this tool path and bring it over here, and then drag over these two and apply the mask to that image. Now if I click on the image, I can move it to right where I want it to be. Let's say something like that. Okay. Now I'll right click again and I will flatten that image. Now I have my two hearts. You see how this works? And now I can, like, you know, tilt this one a little bit that way, tilt this one a little bit that way, something like that. And there's our broken heart. So, you know, of course I didn't get the whole image in here, so that's why it's not coming down to the point. But you get the idea. I'm just trying to demonstrate this to you. So now we have two hearts with a picture in the middle, and it's broken. And this is a big request. I don't know why. But make sure your picture is large enough so that it comes all the way around the top up here. See how like this one did? And at the bottom so it comes all the way to the heart. But you see how easy that is to use an image like that. And you know, something else that I really like to do, and I do this all the time. Let me get rid of these. They're not cooperating. Is I like to use images for my text. So let me show you that real quick. So I'm going to do that. Paste this one picture again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some text, and I'm just going to, I guess, put some text, something like that. And then I'll make this a little bigger. and put it there. And now I'm going to drag over both of them again, right click, do the same thing, apply mask to text. Now this gives you some really nice looking, you can make some really cool looking text. Now, of course, depending on the image, you want to get something that's got a lot of background in it. Maybe this one isn't the greatest image to use, but you can see what I mean. You can move it around till you get the text exactly where you want. You can even get like somebody's face in the text. You see there? So, and then all you would do is right click again and you would flatten it. And now you have your custom text, custom color, custom shaded. You know, it's hard to shade text, right? But not if you have the right picture. And in fact, let me get a better picture to show you this. So I have some lightning pictures open here, and I think this would be a much better picture to show you what I'm trying to do here. So I'm going to take my text, I'm going to type it again, select it, I'm going to make this a little bigger like that, drag over both of these, right click, apply mask to text. Now you can see what I'm talking about much better. Oh, let me click off of it and then just click on the picture, and I can move this around, and you see the different shading in here. So you can't achieve text that looks like this any other way with all of this different shading in here. And now if I just flatten that, that's my custom text right there. And you just can't achieve this any other way. And this is a really fast, simple way to cut a photo and use the photo as the background for your text, or for the background for anything, really. It doesn't matter what it is. All right, now with that out of the way, let's get to a few other things that I just wanted to mention today. I wanted to talk a little about updates, you know, with the channel. So a lot of people have been having trouble getting onto the forum. And I had a lot of problems with my email server and my firewall and everything running a little slow. So I bought 2 new SSD drives, got a new firewall, I got a new control panel, I mirrored everything just yesterday morning, transferred everything over, updated all of my DNS and everything else involved, and now the websites are fixed. The registration, there's no more activation involved. As soon as you register for the forum, as soon as you complete the registration, you can go straight to login and start using the forum. So the website's fixed. All of the websites are fixed. The email is fixed. I'm sorry for all the problems that you may have been having, but all of that is fixed now. So if you had any problems in the past registering and you never got the activation email, and it would be like a week or more ago, 2 weeks ago maybe, just send me an email at the lahobbyguy@gmail.com, and I will make sure that you get activated to use the forum. With that said, one other point that I wanted to bring up is some people have sent me emails. In fact, I get a lot of emails asking, you know, what are the donations for? What is the Patreon website for? So I just wanted to cover that real quick. The donations, well, they go to support the channel. They pay for the web server, they pay for my bandwidth, they pay for, you know, the internet, making the videos, all of the supplies involved in doing this. And it does get pretty expensive because I spend a lot of money on supplies. So that's what that goes for. And nobody's required to make a donation. If you feel like the channel is helping you, then you can click the thanks button down below, or you can make a donation through PayPal, or you can sign up as a Patreon. And the Patreon supporters are really, the benefits you get there are deep discounts in my graphics store, my online graphics store, and you get personal help. So I've sort of started to back away from answering every email I get because, well, we've grown to over 18,000 subscribers now, and I thank you for that. I never thought the channel would get this big. And it used to be that I would answer every email and work out problems with people. Well, it's kind of hard to do that now because I just get so many of them. It would be a 50-hour-a-week job if I would, answer every email and work your problem out with you until you got a resolve. So on the Patreon website, for the patrons, I should say, they get personal support. In fact, if you're a champion Patreon supporter, then you'll get a couple sessions a year where I'll actually log into your computer, get you on the phone, and teach you what you need to learn, fix whatever problems you have, live in person. So that's pretty much what the Patreon website is all about. The patrons get discounts in the store, and they get personal help via email. So I just wanted to point that out because I get a lot of people that sign up for Patreon. They become a patron, and they use the discount in the store for one day, and then they cancel the membership. That's really not what it's all about. If you're that hard up to get a file, let me know and I'll send you one. Yeah. So that's what the Patreon website is for, and that's what the donations are for. Now I've got a database. Just to go a little more into this. So when people send me requests, they'll say, hey, can you do this? They'll make a comment down below in the comment section, say, can you do this or can you do that? I don't ignore those things. I answer the comments. First of all, I try and answer every single comment that people make. I try and make that a goal. That's really important to me, that if you have something to say, I hear it and I'll answer you. But I also have a database where I put all of these requests into the database. And this is how I came up with this video today. And then I sort them by how many requests did I get for a particular feature. So today you saw the top 2 requests. And I think I'm going to, just keep doing this, and I'll just keep addressing these requests as we go. So this channel is going to be requests, pretty much. Whatever I teach in Lightburn is going to be what people are asking for. And I think that's probably what, everybody out there would appreciate. I know you probably would if you make a request and you know that it's heard. Well, know that it's heard. It's put into the database. And, that I'm going to go from top to bottom. And whatever is at the top, I'm going to do videos on that. And I think everybody's going to be really happy with that. Plus, I'm going to throw in my other videos too on different projects and review videos of different lasers and things like that. So anyway, tell me what you think about the video down in the comments. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. I have so many people watching that aren't subscribed. Just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. And click the bell notification so you get notified when the new videos come out. And if this video helped you in any way to solve a problem, you can click on the little thanks button too and send me $1 or $2. Every dollar counts, It's not the big donations, it's all the little ones that count. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video today as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I had some fun today with these different things. I thank you for watching, as always, and I'll see you in the next one.